Okay, so this is the question on parajumbles. Let's read the sentences. So, this is the beginning of a new chapter, but the work that still lies ahead is considerable. Maybe this is the beginning of a new chapter. My wish is that in years to come, we won't need to refer to such list, and the gender of a Nobel Prize winner will no longer be deemed almost more newsworthy than the merit of the work that actually earned that laureate the prize. In a beautiful bit of irony, just a few hours before Golden Prize was announced, she published a working paper titled Why Women Won. Now, Golden details, okay, the 155 critical movements in US women's rights history between 1905 and 2023, and then she herself became the subject of what certainly deserving of the 156th spot on that list. Okay. So yes, we get a lot of hint here. So one hint is that definitely 3 and 4 is a sequence. Okay, and then maybe we can say that the 2 and 1 is again also a block in a pair. Let's understand how this is the case. Now, the very first thing is to actually look for the opening sentence, right? Now, the opening sentence has to be the sentence number 3 for sure, right? So, we cannot keep this first as the opening sentence, okay? And again, 3 and 4 में से देखे, this is again giving more of a detail, okay? She published her working paper और वो क्या पेपर क्या था उसका डिटेल यहाँ पे दे रहा है तो 4 again cannot be the opening sentence, okay? Now, my wish is that in years to come, we won't need to refer to such list, fancy list. Okay. So that is the case. Again, the two cannot be the case. So we have got a very obvious opening sentence that the 3 is actually your opening sentence. So what is the 3 sentences talking about? So in a beautiful bit of irony, just a few hours before Golden's Prize was announced, she published a working paper titled Why Women Won. Okay. So this kind of sets the stage. Okay. And introduces the Golden, and it says that her Nobel Prize announcement and the irony of timing of her paper. Okay, so this works as an opening because it gives us the context of the event. Okay, that is Golden's ka Nobel Prize ka case. Okay, I mean Golden's Prize. Okay, so that's the case. I mean it's a Nobel Prize because बाद में यहाँ पे Nobel Prize पता चल जाता है. Okay, and that's the case right now. After that, Golden details 155 critical movements in U.S. women's rights history between 905 and 2023. Okay, and then she herself became the subject of what certainly deserving of the 156 spot on that list. Okay, so this directly links to the sentence number 3. Okay, because it's kind of after mentioning her paper, so iska hai na, she published a working paper. So यहाँ पे working paper है. Okay, and why women won, right? So it tells what this paper covers. It gets more into the description of that working paper. So it details 155 critical movements, okay, in US women's history between 1905, and then she herself became the subject of what's certainly deserving to be the 156th spot on that list. Okay. Then it again connects back to her winning the Nobel, saying that her award itself should count as the 156th movement. Okay. And that's a beautiful bit of irony. So that's how it is justified. So 3 and 4 definitely is the block. Okay. Now we cannot get into this is the beginning of a new chapter, but the work that still lies ahead is considerable. We don't know what kind of the work, so it has to be the sentence number 2. Okay, that my wish is that in years to come we won't need to refer to such list. Okay, कौन सी list की बात हो रही है यहाँ पे? Okay, so golden sentence 4 में क्या बात हो रहा है कि golden inclusion in the list. Okay, so she herself details 155 critical movements. Okay, so वो list. Okay, और अब इस list के अंदर 156 के spot पे कौन आ रहा है? Right? Golden खुद आ रही है. Okay, so that is a case that it shift the stone from kind of, you can say, celebrating milestone to hoping gender itself won't need to be emphasized anymore. Okay, so my wish is that in years to come we won't need to refer to such list कौन सी जो गोल्डन ने बनाई, and the gender of a Nobel Prize winner, क्योंकि उसने किस पे काम करा था? The women's rights history के ऊपर काम करा था. Okay, will no longer be deemed almost more newsworthy than the merit of the work that actually earned that laureate the prize. Okay, so that is the case. It shifts the tone from celebrating the milestone to hoping gender itself won't need to be emphasized anymore. Okay, and then the last concluding sentence, it serves well as the conclusion. So this is the beginning of a new chapter, but the work that still lies ahead is considerable. See, this serves as the conclusion that after celebrating Golden's Prize, okay, which is explained in this 3 and 4, okay, and hope for the future that we get equality kind of this. So it's kind of talk about the optimism, okay, but again with some sort of the realism in it. So 3, 4, 2, 1 is the sequence. I hope you got it.